Hello and welcome back to the Introduction to Programming course. So in this course, I'm going to give you a brief rundown on what you are going to get from studying this course. So when it comes to programming, when it comes to learning Python, you need to understand what programming is. So programming is giving instructions to a computer. This is where we tell the computer what to do. We give the computer a step-by-step process on how to do it. So in a computer, we have the hardware and the software. In the human body, we have the body and the mind. So the software is the mind, and we have to give instructions to the software, which then gives instructions to the hardware for the computer to do what we want it to do. So a simple example is telling your computer to draw a picture of a cat. You have to give it insight and step-by-step instruction on how to do it, because naturally the computer cannot do anything by itself. So when it comes to learning anything, you have to know your whys. So you have to start with your why before you go to the how, then you go to the what. So why do we learn programming? So programming fosters creativity, problem solving, reasoning. The programmer gets the opportunity to create something from nothing using logic. Some programming construct into one that the user can run. And when things don't work quite as well as expected, using problem solving to figure out what they have done wrong. So programming builds in critical thinking and problem solving for developers. So the next reason is programming is fun. Sometimes it can be challenging or frustrating, and the skills learned from it can be useful both in schoolwork and at work, even if your career has nothing to do with computers. And if nothing else, programming is a great way to spend an afternoon when the weather outside is dry. So these are just two reasons. So you personally, you have to write down reasons why you want to learn programming, so that when it gets tough or when it gets hard, you can have the courage, the ability to push through and do the hard things. So now we've known a little bit about programming and why we should learn it. So now we want to go to Python, which is a core concept that we'll be focusing on this course. So Python is a general purpose programming language that is used for a wide variety of applications. It's a high-level language, which means it is closer to human language than to machine language. This makes it easy to read and write, and it is also more portable, meaning that it can run on different platforms. So by high-level language, I mean it is closer to human language than machine language. So when there's an high-level language, there's also a low-level language. So low-level language are more machine language, like binaries. And assembly language, these are low-level language. So the reason we chose Python for your introduction to programming is because Python is easier to learn, the syntax is very readable and straightforward, making it a great language for beginners. Python is versatile, which means you can use it for almost all application type, from web development to data analysis to science and all of that. Python is in high demand. It's a popular language that has a lot of demand in the career sector. Python teaches you valuable skills like problem solving and critical thinking. And Python is a very fun language to learn. It teaches you all the concepts you need to know about programming and teaches you how to overcome programming challenges and create awesome applications. So these are some of the applications of Python. We have web development. You could use framework like Flask, Django, Pyramid. Data analysis, you can use Pandas, PyTorch, TensorFlow, and lots of all these packages. For game development, you have Pygame. For scientific computation, you have NumPy, SciPy, Mayavi. For graphic user interface, which we'll be diving into for this course as our project, we have Tinta, PyQt, PySide. Then for system administration, you can use Python for system administration. And for automating our systems, that's where Python comes in. We use Python for embedded systems, which are lightweight applications, for example, car tracking, sensors, and the rest of those. We can use Python to process big data, which are numbers or books in library, Google indexing, and lots more. And Python is one of the core language we use in data, right? Python is one of the core language. Python is one of the core language we use in robotics. Let's erase this up. So if you want to get into robotics, you should be looking at how you are going to learn Python, right? So, okay, now that you know why you should learn Python, why you should learn programming, why you should dive into the world of programming, and you also know the applications of Python and why we learn Python and what is Python. Now we are going to delve into our journey as a programmer and how Python is stored in our system so we can start programming using Python. See you in the next video.